Hi there, this is Steve from STO N SHO. We're actually doing a fitment at the shop today. We had a customer who has a 2018 911 Carrera GTS. This has been one we've really haven't been able to fit for many years because it's got an aero spoiler, which is lower than even like the sport spoiler or the standard spoiler. So this has been kind of a bugaboo for us, but we came up with a way we think to fit this. So since the customer came in, and this is one, unfortunately there's no fasteners underneath, so we do have to drill it, but it'll be underneath. But if you have this particular model with GTS with the aero kit, you'll be able to have a solution for your car now. So we'll go ahead and walk you through that installation. I'll go ahead and turn it over to Mike.
Okay, thanks, Steve. And like Steve said, this is going to be a drill, but fortunately, everything's way up underneath, so you're not going to see any of the fasteners. We provide double-sided foam tape to help you line it up so you can get it exactly where you need it before you put any holes in the car. And this process is always kind of entertaining, so bear with us because we've got to get it, you know, dead center and then the right distance off the thing. So it's going to go, if you see there's kind of a seam here, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but we're going to use that as kind of like the back edge, and this is kind of like the center there. So that's going to be our starting point, and then we're going to go ahead and Steve's going to walk me through getting it, you know, left and right.
Okay, yeah, this is always a little bit tricky. Now it looks like you're fairly center there, but yeah. And I think you're pretty good right there as far as we want about a 1/4 inch off the bumper. And if you're doing this yourself, obviously you could put it whatever distance you want to have it either closer or further away from the front of the car. That would be up to you at this point, because it is going to be, you can adjust kind of where it goes. So yeah, it looks pretty good right there. Normally this can take us 10-15 minutes sometimes, so we have to edit the camera, but this one looks like it's lined up pretty good here. So yeah.
All right. So once that's on there, like I said, you have the double-sided tape. You don't have to take the tape back off. We're going to drill 4 pilot holes, and then we're going to use 4 6.3 by 20s. They hold great in this plastic. Excuse me. We're going to run them down till they're flush, and then we're going to go like no more than 1/2 to 3/4 of a turn, because it's plastic. So if you try to do it like normal, you'll just strip them out. And these things will hold forever. We have brackets been on for 10 years, and they'll hold just fine. So. Important thing obviously is making sure that you drill the center of the hole, you know, and then when you drill, you want to go just through the plastic. You know, I don't believe there's anything up in there that you're going to have to worry about, but still, you don't want to take a long drill bit and drill through and just shove it up in there, because, like, again, you don't know what's up there. So we'd like to just go through just enough to hit the, you know, to go through the plastic and then stop. So that's it. That's all there is to it. And then now it's just starting the screws and tightening them down. Again, we're using 4 6.3 by 20s. Might want to put it on tighten. There we go. I like to kind of get them all started. And that just helps keep the bracket, you know, from not moving on you once you start tightening them down. Alright, now you just run them down again until they're flush. And and you'll know, because like right there, that's flush, and I'm gonna probably flush them all first. You don't have to. You can, you know, run them, run each one down. Excuse me, until they're flush, and then do the thing. But so it doesn't really matter. I just like to do this, get them all flush, and then go back and. Alright, that one's flush. So then, again, just like you can use your ratchet and go like that. Right there's a half a turn. That one I feel a little more resistance at, like not quite a half, so I stop. This one, you know, you can feel. See, yeah, that's pretty tight, so stop. And again, this one, you're half a turn and stop. And then you, as you can see, that's solid, not going anywhere. So there you go. That's all there is to that. Then it's just a matter of taking your front, lining it up with your holes, sliding it in until it clicks into place, and you are done.
Yeah, a couple maintenance tips. Make sure that you lubricate that pull pin from time to time to keep make sure that it's operating efficiently. Otherwise, yeah, it can, if you don't do that, it'll it can bind up a little bit. So make sure you lubricate that. And if you go through a car wash that you still uses rollers or brushes, you got to make sure that you take your front plate off there, because it will damage it, because those rollers are a lot heavier than that front plate with your license on there. So make sure that you remove it, and remember, it's pretty, you just have to pull the pull pin and that front plate comes off, so it's not really that big of a deal. And then here's your license plate, will go on the front there, and you are done.
We're going to now show you how to mount the license plate to the front bracket. You're going to take your plate, take the screw, put it through the plate, then line it up on the bracket, like so. Put the nylon lock nut on it. Now the nylon lock nut will have a nylon ring and then no ring, so the ring goes to the outside. So when you put it on, make sure the ring goes to the outside. And then take your 10mm socket or wrench, if you have just a wrench, Phillips screwdriver, and just tighten them up. Ring in there is going to keep it from rattling off. So there you go. That's what it should look like when you're all done.